Right. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Lockdown Sunday. This is Celine, Crypto Celine's news flash. So let's get started straight away. Excellent. So it's been a very interesting week, another interesting week in the world of cryptocurrency. And so I do this review every week. And here we've seen that Bitcoin surpassed the market cap of the world's largest financial institutions, including JP Morgan and the Bank of America. Okay. Now that means that Bitcoin is a real live, store of value, that people are buying into cryptocurrency, not just individuals or criminals as they would like us to think, but we are also witnessing everyone adopt Bitcoin, including institutional players. Okay, so we saw that the new all-time high, it actually hit at that time of the report, it was 48,000, and we saw an all-time high of 58,000. And now this Abra CEO, he says that Bitcoin can shatter 250,000 this year, and that's quite possible. He says he's looking for potential resistance at the $60,000 level before a massive BTC correction. And so what we're witnessing right now, the price fluctuation is to be expected. And we're going to take a look at that later on when we get into the main presentation. So he says, this Abra CEO, he says that if he takes a look at the tea leaves, he says we haven't had a 30% pullback since we went back down to 30,000. And so when we first got up to 44,000 or whatever it was, we were due for that. And so if he had a guess, he would say he would look at an upward slope, that we've been on since December, depending upon how fast we get there. And so we could top out just below $60,000, okay? And then it would fall easily by $30,000. And then we nearly got to $60,000. So we got to $58,000. And what we're witnessing now is the fall for 30%. Okay, so that's what we're witnessing today and over this weekend. So let me just go to the next slide. Tesla have revealed how much profit they have made after buying Bitcoin. Now, estimates have suggested that Tesla bought it's $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin at an average of $34,200. So right now, they're still in profit. Okay, right now they're still in profit, and this is a fact. And so by Westbush's calculations, Tesla has pocketed $1 billion. I wish people would not call me when I'm hosting my webinar. They should be on the call. Anyway, now Tesla has made more profit from their Bitcoin investment in 1 month than it had made, or it will make, from selling electrical cars, what it's famous for, or has made for the whole of the 2020, whole of last year. Okay, so that's phenomenal news. And then more news on Bitcoin. It trades a record $11,000 daily range after dropping from the 58,000 we were talking about just now. So it just almost reached $60,000. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me just make sure that I'm still coming through on the mic. Good, yeah. So $60,000 was almost touched. And, here we see what took place with this big plunge down to the $46,000 level. But you can see what happened immediately after. It just plunged and then went straight back up and is now continuing that steady rise up to the 80s and $100,000 range, which we're waiting to see. So public companies will mirror what Tesla's done, and they will follow with their own Bitcoin investments. And wealth management executive says why. He says that he doesn't think it's a fad. He thinks Tesla is going to continue to double down on its Bitcoin investment. And you're seeing from a transaction perspective as well. But no doubt, they've made about $1 billion on paper from Bitcoin, and that's true. That's more than the profit that they made of selling EVs. So this is going to be the start of a trend, a very swift trend. And as you can see, MicroStrategy, Michael Saylor is the CEO, and what he does in the crypto market really does make a difference, you know, and people take a notice of what he does. And MicroStrategy, the company he's in charge of, has now amassed $4.5 billion, yeah, of Bitcoin fortune. All right, so they have purchased an additional, at this rate, at this high price, they've purchased an additional 19,452 Bitcoin for the price of approximately $1.026 billion. So they're not playing around. Unfortunately, the people are playing around. They do not see how important it is for them to buy Bitcoin. And that's why I do these calls every Sunday. It's crucial that everyone you care about buys Bitcoin, okay, so that they can join the next stage of that financial freedom, because Bitcoin is decentralized. It's the people's currency. It's not the institutions' currency, but it seems to be the institutions who are piling into Bitcoin. And I came across a really interesting perspective last week, where it was stated that over 50% of Bitcoin holders in today's market are represented by the institutions. The institutions are the ones that are buying into Bitcoin, guys. People need to understand that Bitcoin is real, it is not fake, and it is here to stay. And if you buy and hold, you will start building financial freedom, generational wealth, in fact. And so we are still celebrating that $1 trillion mark of the market capitalization of Bitcoin. It's actually hovering around the 1.2, I think it is 1.2 billion. But let's take a look at Bitcoin. This is what it's doing right now. So Bitcoin is at $43,000, and we saw that meteoric rise all the way up to 58,000, peaking at $58,000. And so these lines you see here are the Fibonacci retracement, which is a analysis tool that those people that are interested in trading, whether it's crypto, forex, whatever it is, you know, this is the type of analysis tool, the most popular one of the most popular analysis tools, because of its uncanny accuracy. And as you can see, we are on a retracement. It didn't peak at the top of this level, the next Fibonacci level. I haven't got the numbers in front of me, I'm afraid, so I can't give them to you. But you can see this is the next level of support at the $42,000, $41,000 mark. And so if we see a breach of this price of $41,000, $42,000, we should expect it to bounce off this level here at $25,000, okay? And then before it goes back up to the 60s and the 80s. So that's what we're looking at with Bitcoin. And of course, Bitcoin is not the only cryptocurrency out there. In the beginning, there was Bitcoin. When we get into the body of the presentation, at the beginning was Bitcoin. we had other, and then all the other coins came after. And so Ethereum is another very good coin we're watching. And you can see they're all making their retracement after peaking at their all-time high. Ethereum at $2,000 has retraced all the way back down to $1,300. We expect it to bounce off this support level of $1,300 to go maybe get a bit more resistance at $1,600 before trailing back at and settling at the $1,000 level before making its meteoric rise to $5,000, which is where we expect it to go. Tron is a very interesting one. Now, all of these different cryptocurrencies, they have their own blockchain, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in the main body of the presentation. Here you see Tron has peaked at 6 cents. I mean, we spent a long time in this level here at 2 cents, 3 cents. It refused to breach this area. It kept going up and going down and up and down as channeling in this area. That's what they call it, channeling. And so it broke out here in early February. And look at that performance, up 100%, gains. And now it's retracing back. As you can see, it's actually breached this 4.5 cents level at the 0.8% Fibonacci retracement level, and it's breached it. So that might be a signal for the rest of the market, but it's also going to breach it to the 0.61 level. Now, when it does do this kind of thing, you can see it's retraced through the 100%, the 78.6% is gone. If it breaches the 61.8% level, then we're in for a very rough ride, okay? But be guaranteed, be sure that it will be going up exponentially, as we have seen. And so Tron is very exciting. XRP is very controversial. It's one of those, the bankers' crypto, because the banking system already use Ripple cross-border payment system. And you can see what XRP has done. It peaked very recently. You can see it just brushed the 100%, and as soon as it did, it went straight down, retracing 2 levels, smashed through the 78.6, bounced, smashed through the 61.8, bounced at the 0.5 Fibonacci, and then bounced back up 2 levels. So you can see there's a pattern here. It goes from 1 level, 2 levels, bounce, go back up, and then it's crashed literally. Now, this is when the news of the SEC, Stock and Exchange Commission in New York, charging Ripple for selling securities as XRP as a security. Their case is falling apart as we know it, which is why XRP has gone back up to the 65 level. It's now retracing with the rest of the market. Now we're waiting to see, is it going to go all the way down to the 0.23 again? Or are we going to look at retrace back up, bouncing off this 38.2% Fibonacci retracement level? And so that's the quick news flash for you guys. I do this type of analysis and quick review of the cryptocurrency market every Sunday. Sorry, if you are watching the recording on the YouTube channel, do subscribe to London Crypto Network on YouTube and like this video and comment. Your comments are withheld just because there are so many scammers that put comments in the chat to confuse people and scam people. So do feel free to comment on the video, like, subscribe and share to London Crypto Network, and be here next Sunday at 4 o'clock so that you can get the full presentation. Okay, so on that note, let me just stop recording. Okay, so you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. London Crypto Network on YouTube and Instagram. Sorry, on YouTube and Facebook. And on Instagram is at LCN underscore be free. And I'll tell you what that stands for. Be free actually stands for be economically empowered with financial residual and eternal earnings. So be free with Crypto Celine. And thank you very much. We've come to the end of this webinar, and it's that time for questions and answers. But before we take some questions, just for the recording, if you missed this week's webinar, I'm here every Sunday, 4 o'clock, same channel, Lockdown Sunday with Crypto Celine. If you're watching this recording, do subscribe to my YouTube channel, to London Crypto Network. Subscribe, like, and share. Please do share. Thank you very much.